Hello, my name is Cody, and in this video we'll cover how to create a labor expense from our employee time entries. While labor rates automatically calculate the labor cost for your time entries, these costs aren't reflected directly into your project estimate actuals until a labor expense has been created. Creating a labor expense allows you to convert these labor costs into project expenses, ensuring your estimate actuals accurately reflect the true cost of labor for your projects. So let's take a look at how that process goes on creating that labor expense. So to begin, this will actually take place outside of the time summary as we were in for all of the labor rate configuration. We'll actually be in the project level this time, and once there, you'll want to navigate over to the purchasing feature. And then we'll also want to be in the labor expense tab of our purchasing feature. Now, once here, we can begin to create a new labor expense. Now, I don't have any in this project, so what we're going to see here is a green box here for me to create that labor expense. This will get replaced once we have a labor expense created. For the most part, most users are going to hit this button up here that says create a new labor expense. And then you can choose how you want to do it. In this video, we are going to cover creating it from the time tracking shifts that we had in our time summary. Now, the first part of this is choosing what time entries you want to create a labor expense for. First thing you'll need to do is choose the date range that you want to create this labor expense for. I'm going to choose my current pay period to create this labor expense as I am at the end of my current pay period. I don't have to worry about selecting the project that I want to create it for because I have navigated to this project directly. The only time you'll have this option is if you create this labor expense at the company level. You will need to choose the appropriate project there. Next up is choosing the cost code set you want to choose or apply for this labor expense. I'm going to do it for all cost code sets, but you can narrow it down to a specific set of cost codes as well. And then choose, do you want to do it for all employees or a specific employee? And finally, how do we want to format the line items within this labor expense? Do I want to just aggregate all of our labor expenses from all of our time entries into one singular item? That would be the top option there. Do I want it to be aggregated into each individual cost code that was used? I can use the second one. Or do we want to be employee by employee for each item in the labor expense? I can choose that third option, and those are the choices that we have. I'm going to stick with the single item and hit next. Now, once we move forward, now we are going through the process of creating our expense. Most of this is going to fill out for us because we are pulling it from our time entries. But the first thing that we would want to do is just set our title. It will default to labor expense, but you can customize this however you want to. I'm going to call it pay period 718-731. Then below that will be our items that we have pulled into this labor expense. Keep in mind, I only chose to pull a single line item for all of my cost, so I have the one item that I can change the name of that item for. Right now, it is defaulted to all because that is the choice that I made previously. I can change this to billable, and then I can add additional expenses below if I need to. I can apply a tax percentage, and then everything else will calculate for me. We have the ability to apply a status to this, any additional tags, as well as any additional notes that we need to have on this labor expense. Once I'm happy with the information that I have applied here, I can go through the process of linking this expense back into my estimate by choosing the category I want to apply it to, the subcategory after that, and the estimate item after that. Once I go to the next step, we have the option to go on ahead and mark it as paid. If we do this option, it will automatically create a payment for us in the payment tab of our purchasing feature. The payments are what calculates or factors into our estimate actuals tab. So this will be what pushes this to our actuals column in the estimate. So if I want that to automatically apply there, I can check this box and hit the next step. Finally, we have a summary screen just to confirm that everything we have done so far is correct. And from there, I can hit finish. That will then put that into my table view, and now that expense has been applied to my estimate because I have created the payment for it. Now, creating the labor expense is the final step in bringing all of the labor rate conversation that we've had previously into your project financials. By regularly creating labor expenses from your team's time entries, you'll ensure your estimate actuals stay up to date, giving you a more accurate picture of your project's labor costs and overall job performance. That is all for today's video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.